Hey everybody, it's Rich Tola, and thanks for tuning in to Tola Talks on Thursday, February 26th, 2015. It's also Throwback Thursday, so we're bringing you back to the year 1982. The same year Madonna, the Material Girl, came out with her first single, Everybody. Also the same year she signed with Sire Records. Her first album came out a year later, but Madonna, did you see the news? Man, way to go. Way to bounce off the canvas like Rocky Balboa. She fell back during the Brit Awards. One of the dancers pulled her cape, fell back a few steps, but jumped right back up. Hey, way to have great reflexes. I think it's all that yoga you're doing. So congrats to Madonna. Way to keep it going. She's awesome. On that note, let's go around the globe for the latest news. First, starting off with Reefer Madness, aka the Capitol's gone to pot. Did you guys see this? Love this story. Following suit behind Colorado, Washington, and Alaska, 3 states that have legalized marijuana. Now it's the Capitol. DC's getting in on the action. Yeah, Mayor Muriel Bowser defied Republicans and implemented DC's new local law allowing possession, and you can grow it. You can possess up to 2 ounces of marijuana, and you can grow up to 6 plants. Of course, it's illegal in public to smoke in public, and you can't buy or sell it publicly. But hey, way to go. There's 23 states that still prohibit it. You guys know my thoughts on the matter. I think all states should allow it. And on that note, what's our next story? We're going over to the UK for Blood, Sweat, and Tears. You guys see this? Talk about a vile experience. Well, truly, blood, that is. Yeah, the iconic British leader Winston Churchill once said, "I have nothing to offer but blood, toil, tears, and sweat." Well, now it's literal. That's right. About 50 years ago, there was a nursing student, Patricia Fitzgibbons. She took a vial of blood and she kept it. Well, before she died, she gave it to a friend who's now selling it. He's auctioning on March 12th. You could buy a vial of blood from Winston Churchill. Who knows what that's going to cost you, but it will cost you. Hey, way to go. I mean, what do you guys think? Someone took a blood, gave it to a friend. Hey, making money off the matter. What can you do? On that note, let's go over to the Get Your Shit Together word, because I do want to get to 1982. There's a bunch of firsts in 1982 we'll talk about, but how about this? We're talking yoga today. A spiritual leader, a guru, right? Bikram Choudhury. I think I'm pronouncing that correctly, but I just know him as Bikram Yoga. Everybody knows Bikram Yoga. There's 26 poses. They do 2 sets in a hot room, heated room, or they call it hot yoga. It's a room's about 105 degrees or more. I mean, I taught in a heated room of 114 degrees, but he patented these poses, and now there's a lawsuit against him for raping women, several women to be exact. I mean, here we go. This, they put this guy on a pedestal, right? And now he's taking advantage of women. I mean, he's really got to get his shit together and come forth, but yeah, this is a challenging one, because as a yoga teacher, you're entrusted by these women to not take advantage of them. And that's probably what he did, or who knows? I mean, it's a lawsuit, so we'll find out more. And by the way, the concept of hot yoga, a lot of people ask me, what's the difference hot yoga? In a non-heated room, you create heat internally, right? So when I first started yoga, well, I tried it 3 times. We'll get to that in a moment. But the last time was in 2005. I connected with it. It wasn't a heated room. It wasn't Bikram. But then I moved to a non-heated room, and I liked it even better because, again, you're creating that internal heat. And a lot of people like the heat because they think they're going to lose weight, whatever. It's therapeutic. I don't know. All yoga is therapeutic. On that note, let's throw back to 1982, because there were a lot of firsts in 1982. First time I tried yoga, University of Pennsylvania, sitting in a room with a woman doing stretching and breathing, pranayama, right? Pranayama means extension of the life force, which is the breath, and didn't really connect with it. I was laughing. The guys were laughing in the back. We didn't know what the hell was going on. There was no hot yoga at this point. Then in the 90s, I tried it again the second time. You guys can read about this in my memoir. Tried it for the second time in a heated room. I think it was a Bikram class. Didn't connect to it as well, because Bikram is very in terms of a practice, there's not a room for individuality in that practice. He wants you to do the pose exactly the way he wants you to do the pose. And I believe that everybody's body's different. And a lot of times you can't even get into these poses, and you're kind of forcing yourself. I never liked that aspect of his practice. But again, tried it, didn't really like it. And then years later, tried it in 2005, connected with it. But what else happened in 1982? Aside from Madonna, bursting onto the scenes. It was the first issue of the USA Today. Love that magazine. I do some research, every day, come up with stories from that. Disney's futuristic Epcot Center, right? The experimental community of tomorrow, that opened. Channel 4 launched in the UK. The first artificial heart, remember the Robert Jarvik heart? That was implanted. Yeah, the Vietnam Veterans Memorial opened in D.C. First CD player in Japan was sold. Weather Channel aired its first episode. The first Smiley, the emoticons, that was used. And Graceland opened for the first time 5 years after the death of the king. I mean, he truly was. That's another one of my favorites of all time, right? Everybody knows. I faced it all, and I stood tall and did it my way. So, hey, everybody out there, you got to do it your way. Take heed from the king. I mean, he was amazing. Do it your way, no matter what it is in life. Be confident, be courageous. Hey, if you're performing, live in that cocoon. We talked about that yesterday, the 3 C's of success. But most importantly, in life, no matter what you do it your way. On that note, I'm Rich Tola, and remember, dreams do come true. But hey, what do I know?